For a very long time, men have always attempted to understand women. Women, on the other hand, have always wanted to know what men are actually really thinking. Today, we're coming together to have a conversation with an attempt to finally understand each other. My name is Gabriel Ego, and you're welcome to another exciting episode of The Real Talk Show on African Entertainment Television. As we usually do, we take a short break. When we come back, we'll get right into the conversation. Don't go anywhere. You're welcome back from the very short break. Now we're getting straight into the conversation. Every second, about 4 children are born into the world, and when the nurse announces it to be a boy or girl, there are certain expectations already placed upon that child. Even though the lines that outwardly separate male from female may seem to start being blurry, and gender issues seem more complicated now more than ever, one can't deny the general differences that exist between the male and the female. It starts from the girl picking pink over blue color to men choosing not to share so much about themselves in relationships. Among others, one author has said, men are like waffles and women like spaghetti. And there's another book titled, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. All this is an attempt to explain the differences between both genders. Today, we explore some of these differences and their related issues. Joining me to discuss this, I have a guy with me who is Tayo Martins and a lady, Ada Blessing. You both are welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, Gabby.
Okay, so what do you think about this topic? What do you think about this? So let's start from there.
I think it's actually something we really do need to talk about.
Really?
And yeah, at some point I used to think it was a myth for men to, somehow be higher than women in some aspect, but actually being a human and living in Nigeria, yeah, sadly, it's the reality.
Okay. All right, what do you think about the topic?
So I think it's something we should talk about, like so many unsaid things behind the scenes. So I think it's fair enough we actually settle it once and for all.
Thank you. I like the way you said once and for
Are you
all.
sure
But I don't know how we can actually
settlement?
do that here
We'll
now. We'll try our best.
Right.
We'll try our best.
Okay, so I have some interesting fun facts. First one is women cry between 30 to 64 times per year, as opposed to men who cry between 6 and 17 times.
Wow.
Okay, so and women also cry for longer times, which is 6 minutes, as opposed to men who cry for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
So that's a fun fact.
Okay.
But there's another fun fact that women lie less than men.
Oh, right.
Men
Wow.
True.
tell twice as many lies as women.
True that, true
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah,
Yes.
true that.
So these are
Are
fun
we
facts.
able to oppose this? Or
You can oppose,
support?
I mean, yes. So I just want to know, do you generally think that some of these things are mere stereotypes, or do you find them to be true? Do you find any of this,
I think I'll go with the flow. Yeah, true. Men lie a lot. I'm not saying women don't lie. I mean, we do
Okay,
lie,
okay.
but not as compared to men.
not as compared to men. Do you have
Yeah.
anything different to say about the lying part? Because I think that's sort of more striking than the other one I previously mentioned.
So why would anyone even think that men lie more than ladies? Like I don't think it actually explains or shows what exactly it is about. In all ramifications, ladies lie more than guys. It's obvious.
Wow.
Okay, so since
Wow.
But
Statistics.
the only thing
Statistics don't
is
lie.
they only tend to hide under the guys that it's for a reason. They're lying for a particular reason, but they'll say men will just do it for no reason.
No,
While ladies-
I'm actually liking this. So
Okay.
women lie. According to him, if they are caught, they now look for a reason to explain themselves. But if you catch a man lying, instead of explaining himself, he covers it up with 10 more lies, like
Wow.
10 additional lies,
Look at
or
that.
even get mad at you for catching him lying. Be like, you're supposed to be loyal, you're supposed to be submissive. Like, why you do? Any lady will now feel bad for hurting the man and start apologizing. I'm sorry for, confronting you. Sadly, you just have to accept this.
Well,
I don't want us to set you up. I don't want us to set you up.
you know.
I really, as for the fact that we're both ladies here, I really don't want to set you up. I'm going to read so many of the other fun facts.
Okay.
One of them
Go ahead.
is men tend to be less prone to cold. Another one is women can identify colors way more than men do.
Okay.
And then another one here again is women speak about 20,000 words per day as opposed to men who speak about 7,000 words.
Wow.
I don't know why. I mean, the difference is so much. But then again, they
Sadly.
say that this is due to the fact that there's a particular protein that is found in women's brains. So obviously that explains the way more talking.
Speak much.
Why they speak much. Yes, then there's another one where women tend to have a higher life expectancy of about 83.5 years and men have about 79.5 years.
It's obvious.
It's obvious. So we're starting to agree with some of these facts.
Yeah.
We do all the work.
It's not even that. I think it's biologically, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, the
I
men,
don't think it has anything to do with work.
No, okay, so the work now cuts across so many things.
Okay.
So men have to like do everything, like in quotes, like, you know.
So
everything.
basically, they're more stressed.
So that's, yeah. So the stress
That's
is
what
like
causes
more on
the
the
shorter
guys. So
life
definitely, they would like it's just normal. To
I think
have,
we're just highly
shorter
favored.
lifespan than, you know.
You think you just what?
We're just highly favored. I mean,
Yeah, so
We're
it's
good-
actually
we're good-
what-
we're
so
good
yeah, that
people.
naturally you find men being favorable to ladies. Like she wants to do something and you're like, no, don't worry, I'm going to sort it out. Like even if it's going to take a toll on you, you still tell her not to bother about it. That you
So that extra work is
so those
could
you know,
also
could
explain
yeah,
why.
you're stressed out. You're tired.
it's more biological.
As a guy, you're stressed out. You're tired. You want to do you at that point in time as a guy, all you want to do is to just rest, sleep. But then she comes up with something you need to do. Probably she tells you she craves something, she wants to eat something.
Then you have to go and
Judging-
buy
You have
it.
to go out
Not
to
really.
buy it.
See,
Just
judging
because,
by that,
No, I do
yeah.
not
I know you're
accept
just trying to
that.
make a point, but
I'm
So
sorry.
a series of things. That's just an example.
ladies are
like
also
that.
ladies are also stressed. I mean,
No, I'm not disputing
imagine
that fact,
exactly.
but-
Imagine you being married to someone. Yeah,
Yeah.
both of you are back from work. As a man, you're expected to just go rest, but the lady is being
Thank
subjected
you
to get into the
very
kitchen
much.
and fix what both
That's
of
a
you will eat,
perfect
and then she's
example
up in the
of
morning trying to set up
serious
breakfast, take care of kids, and all that. Come on, we're all stressed. So just accept it. It's biological. We're no sentiments for you tonight.
No sentiments actually, but naturally men are more stressed.
We give it
Even
to you,
even in the
Bob.
workspace,
Men are more
even
stressed.
even in the workspace, it's evident. You find the fact your boss gives you much work to do than the lady, and when you try to complain about it, they tell you, you know, you guy, you should be able to handle it now. And yet, in your own space, when you know that this thing is going to like take it too long, you just say, okay, no problem, and you do it. Or maybe in some parts, when the girl has something to do, what she has to do is not as much as what you are doing, what you're supposed to do, and then she tells you, please help me with one of those things that is not even as much as yours, and you still have to say, okay, no problem, I'll sort it out, even if you were not comfortable
I don't know
with
what
it.
to say about that.
So in that case,
honestly.
you just take it up and say, okay, you do it, and you still end up you may even get to do ours first before doing yours, just so she feels comfortable.
But women
about it,
also
you know?
work hard.
So yeah, so it's just natural for that, and you know, it is what it is.
And
Actually.
honestly, I like the attempt at explaining this particular fact about the life expectancy, but I don't.
But
think
it is what it is actually. So we just
That
have
might
to-
be
just
a
take it as
contributing
true.
factor, but it's
So,
not.
so now you agree,
a contributing factor, not like in totality.
but you
if,
agree to
if
part
we
of it.
accept that as a contributing
Passively.
factor,
That's the point. So passively
No, I
means you're tilting towards it.
I'm sorry, I don't tilt at all. Because the reason why is, I like the fact that Adam mentioned that women do a whole lot more work. Let's talk about, domestic work, for example.
That's the only part.
a form.
No,
That's not the only part.
Gone are the days when women just,
Don't work.
stay at home and then
so you
fix the
find a
home.
woman
They
who's
now
doing
work
a
as
90
well.
Thank you.
Okay, so what
You find a
happens-
woman who's doing a 9 to 5 as well as a
Right.
husband.
Yeah, sure.
Both of them
Yeah.
return back from
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Then woman heads straight into the kitchen. She's the one
Okay.
checking out the children's homework.
Exactly.
She's the one, trying to fix dinner. She's
And
the
you
one
might
on
think
weekends trying
it's
to do
not
the
it's not
laundry.
work enough
So that's a
until you
whole
try
lot
it.
of work.
So,
And I like
you still find the fact that some ladies will always will have maids who get to do all those things. So they just come back and just probably oversee whatever it is that she has done
Exactly. That
and just
overseeing is
conclude.
also
It's also
stressful.
work, yeah.
And then the guy comes back from work and probably there's some technical issues in the house. Maybe the AC is not working again, or it's not
And he
doing
puts
as
a call
cool as it
across.
should be.
He puts a
And
call
then she's
across
like,
for the
"Oh,
electrician to come
bulb, or
fix
the
it.
electrical bulb is not working fine, and probably she felt she turned it on while she was leaving. Whereas she turned it off while leaving. Then she comes in, she hasn't even gone to touch it at all, and she just comes and tells me that the light bulb is not functioning anymore. And it's like, and he stands up, goes there, starts trying to fix it all and all that. Then he just says, okay, let me just check the switch. Then touches the switch and says, You didn't actually even turn it on. And you already put in
that
stress.
that is not gender-based.
Thank
You
you.
know,
It's
no,
not
so
gender-based. A
put
woman
him
can
through,
also do that.
You already put him through additional stress when getting back. Why it should have been something you could have done.
You're just trying to justify that point.
I really don't know what to say, honestly, because I could say the same thing. The man is at home. He probably came back home first from
Right.
work. He could have done something to fix it
But you know,
for
naturally,
himself.
ladies
But
do not
no,
always want
he
to
waits.
attend to any probably technical stuff. So
I don't think it's
part
all
of the house.
ladies. So in our attempts,
It's not all ladies. Please tell him what you studied.
I did engineering.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that I'm so much of a
And I'm
technical
sure,
person.
and I'm sure in your class you'll probably be just four of you. You're
The
just
ratio
four.
of girls to guys were equal.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's one off.
I like the fact that we're having fun with this, but I'm going to ask you the next question.
Okay.
You know, I've mentioned some of the fun facts that show the differences between both male and female.
Okay.
Is there any other interesting difference that you seem to have noticed, you know, over time that is sort of striking to you?
Who's going first?
You wanted to. So you go first. Ladies first,
Okay,
right?
so you go first, Ada.
Okay, I think I'll just go with the whole societal view. I think women are more favored than men. Men suffer more than women.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a lady, but I just
Are
have
you
to be
trying to-
honest.
because
I
you
just have
look
to
at
be
his face,
honest.
look at his
Yeah.
expression right now.
Yeah, he's now happy.
He's happy.
Yeah, because I know women just have this. When you just see them, you just feel for them. You just pity them. You just want to help them. Most women. Sometimes we get to the places we are out of favor, not merit. Yeah, they just she's a woman, help her.
Okay.
But a guy, they just assume you're a man, you should suffer for it. Like,
Right.
even right from inception, right from the Bible, Adam was made to work, to suffer, so you should do it. Yeah, I think that's one.
Wow, that's interesting, and it's making you smile so
so
much.
I'm
this
just
is
very
why I
honest.
smiled. Why I smiled was because she's just actually like going back to where we started from.
No,
where
I
we
actually said,
like,
let me be
Okay,
honest.
yeah, so I mentioned something about you wanting to help the lady, even if you're tired, even if you're stressed.
Okay.
So she just said
I
it. So
admitted.
you
I
just
said that
feel-
was
you
one
just
of.
be feel, you
I
know,
said
you
no.
just
I
want to
mentioned.
grab
I
and
mentioned that
feel
that was a
better.
contributing
actually
factor.
didn't
I
agree.
mentioned.
Yeah, so that's
Okay,
so
so
that's
do you
it.
have any interesting difference that you seem to have noticed? She talked about favor, women appearing to be more favored, or she feels women are more
Yeah.
favored than men. What do you have any interesting difference that you seem to have noticed? Maybe in a relationship, or anything of that sort, or just society generally, or as siblings growing up.
So, well, okay, if I'm going to pick from the part siblings growing up, I would say it's always expected that regardless of how young the guy is in the house, he has to do everything. He has to probably fix everything.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
So
The way
it then takes the part where it's the ladies in the house that would somewhat now be like, no. Like, I don't think he'll be able to do this. I need to fix this for him. Then sometimes it makes it look like the guy. It rubs off like he's like in what she said, like the ladies are definitely favored.
Okay.
But sometimes the ladies tend to like being the sibling part, like because they're siblings, tend to like have pity on the guy and like okay, he's quite young and we shouldn't. But the parents in the house will always be like, why can't you help your sisters?
Okay. I think I understand where you're coming from, but I mostly think that you're sharing from a personal experience.
Kinda, because I
Yes.
can't relate.
More.
Okay, maybe,
Because
yeah.
for me, as an only girl growing up in my own family, it was, more of responsibilities because you're a girl. So you're sort of expected to take up some certain kinds of responsibilities. Like your mom can't be in the kitchen and then you're lying down on your bed, pressing your phone.
Okay.
Your brothers will do that, but you can't.
Yeah.
So there's a whole lot more responsibility. There are certain things that your father will want you to do, that your mother will want you to do, that they may not, expect from your brothers.
True that.
Yeah, so that's So I think you shared from a place of personal experience, which is also great as well.
Also, I think women are more pressured than men when it comes to marriage
Yeah.
in our society. You see a guy that is 28, they still see him as a child.
I say thank you.
Do you understand? But a
They expect
lady
more
from 25,
women.
26, they're already looking at you like, when is he coming home? Like, are you sure we're not taking you to church? No one is coming. Like, when it gets to 30, you become the prayer point.